trashing on it, but it didn't look bad, like on the animation.
Because they used a different studio. But I thought it was pretty good.
But I don't know. I'm not the biggest One Punch fan. It's okay, but I'm not rushing to watch the next season.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
We should be rushing to watch the
Promised Neverland.
I'm just gonna start watching on my own.
See, that's what I keep
finished the one
saying.
anime that I was watching by myself, and Tom's like, "What?" But Tony, I've been telling you.
Yeah. No, I literally have caught all the way up with you on fucking Mob Psycho in the time that we've been trying to. I mean, me and you can just watch Promised Neverland.
Tony, I shouldn't be dropping names.
Or drop names. Fuck that nigga, Tony.
Yo, he's gonna be so hurt.
Everybody named Tony's gonna be hurt. Hey, what's this guy here?
A running joke.
Me and my Tony. Or I don't know.
Fuck Tony. We're just gonna
fuck a Tony. Is he Italian Tony or is he like Brooklyn Tony?
Okay.
So when we're gonna start.
Oh, we started.
We were
2 minutes in, just like last time.
That's crazy.
I can't keep running back to the thing. That's why I have to hit go.
Well, we need to stop. That way we can. Never mind.
Just keep going. Anyways, how do you guys feel about dating?
We have to do an intro.
That is our intro.
Hello. Welcome to the OVA podcast.
I guess we do need to introduce ourselves.
This is Minnie.
My name is Hove. No, I'm kidding. It's
This
JT.
is Minnie.
That immediately kills our podcast.
What?
Just you could use his name.
Yeah.
He's still in it.
I mean, if he pulls our podcast, that means he's watching us. Hove. H to the Izzo.
None of y'all introduce yourselves.
Oh, I said it was JT.
Chris.
We're the OVA podcast. Minnie doesn't like the name. We're still trying to. I don't know. We're not changing it. I don't feel like going through and making the new accounts.
It's whatever, I guess.
If we were gonna change the name before we turned the mic on, would have been a great time.
I thought you didn't turn the mic on at all.
It's been on for
JT
some time.
doesn't tell us anything.
At all.
That's because
Anything.
you guys hear a microphone, you're like, you get all proper like it's a job interview.
If anything, it's you.
No.
Clearing your voice like you.
I've never even done that.
Yes, you did. You
I
did
didn't
it
cough
upstairs.
once.
I didn't say cough cleared your throat. You did it upstairs. You're like, all right, everybody.
How else do I clear my throat if I don't cough?
You get your
Do I get a
cough
cotton
correct.
swab?
Listen,
What?
Anyways, what is the topic today?
Dating.
I thought we were talking about behavior.
I have a lot to say.
Yeah, we didn't decide a topic. I was pretty sure we were doing dating.
Congratulations, audience. You're gonna hear us decide a topic.
But I like dating. What was the other one? Behavior?
Yeah.
Behavior.
That's what I was saying.
Is this my psychology class?
No, because
Anyways, so if you read chapter 7 on behavior and animal species.
You did the reading.
I'm gonna do like the Vic story.
Well, that's not behavior on the fan ends. That's more like, have you ever become a famous voice actor?
No, it's just
How
like
should you
creepy
conduct
behavior
yourself?
within like.
I think we should save that one, group that in.
Let's
with
start
a
because that
different
sounds kind of heavy. Lighthearted.
one. Yeah,
Dating?
dating.
Okay.
Dating in your fandoms, right?
Oh, in your fandom?
Well, not just in your. You're into something like anime. How do you approach dating when maybe the person you're into might not like it or just never heard of it? How do you introduce that to them?
That's a new point because it's like anything else. Either they like it or they don't. And I feel like
Yeah, but I mean, people that are in their fandom, right? I would.
How do you introduce your girlfriend to your many waifu pillows?
Yeah.
How?
Like,
that didn't come up
How
in
do
the
you do
beginning.
that?
That's
but that's the thing though. It's like if you meet someone at a bar and it's like, yeah, you're into anime, and she comes back to your house and then it's like, oh, you're into anime.
You're into it.
and she either stays or she doesn't.
But then is that a thing of like time? Because some people will be like, I don't know. Because some people probably wouldn't mind, but that can't be the first thing you spring on them, But other people just might not like it
Because if
altogether.
you're that much of a fan to have pillows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, but that's the thing, because it's
your
like,
girlfriend tries to sit on one and it's just from all the.
just like a Twinkie.
Why is it crunchy? What?
That's so gross. No, but they're
Jesus.
like,
I didn't know they made water pillows.
ew.
That's nasty. That's nasty.
We're gonna take a second to pause. Anyways, there are plenty of people that are like into things. Like, let's say you meet a girl or whatever, she might be into anime. I've known couples that are like into the same thing, like gaming and stuff like that. And as their relationship goes on, I mean, I don't know a better term, but they get more head ass with it as they go on. Like,
it's like it just adds fire to the already huge flame.
yeah. But I'm saying, my question is in the beginning though. It's like, how do you find people that have similar interests to you? You know, especially depending on your fandom or whatever.
Honestly,
You know, this sounds like a part 2 to the other one.
It does.
yeah.
And
Let's just not trash on any fandoms specifically.
no, but I mean, like, it already sounds like a part 2 to a
Well,
podcast we
the
don't have
audience
up.
doesn't know.
That's what I'm saying.
So just not talk about it.
No, but but then we have to get into the conversation of defining fandoms and all that other stuff. That could be part 2 to this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We're doing this in reverse, guys. We're a mess, or a working mess. I don't know.
functional mess.
The working
Functional
mess.
mess.
That's the name of our podcast, The Working Mess.
Working
But-
mess.
There you go.
I don't know. I guess if you're dating within your, like, let's say, I don't know. I guess it's like dating everywhere, but you know where to look. I guess.
Well, but that's the
Like,
thing. But do you really?
I don't know because what do you mean? Do you really?
Because I know plenty of anime girls, right? But like when I think of the anime fangirl,
That's what I'm
we
saying.
think of people that go hard.
Yeah,
like
you get into like the ones that are just live it.
yeah,
And
Well,
so
then-
for the ones who aren't who are like into it and just that's it.
casual.
Yeah.
But you can't tell casual fans from the
Yeah, until
super
you go
fan.
there and they got like.
That's what I'm saying. You don't, but that's not really necessary because if you're a casual fan, you can date someone who's not a casual fan. But if you're really into it, you might as well just go to a place.
Well,
where
what if
other
you're
people are
like
really
mid
into it.
to fanatic like us? We're not super crazy, but we're having a podcast about
Enough
it.
to have a
so-
podcast, yeah.
So, and I mean, because I couldn't just pick up a girl from an anime convention, but at the same time, it's like if I just go to a regular bar or club, they're probably not going to be into
So
anime
listen to my
either.
podcast about anime.
And they'll be like,
Goodbye.
Nigga,
"Who are you?"
what?
Nigga, what? So, how would you go approach it? Like, and I know for guys, there, no offense to our fan base that we don't have yet. There are a lot of weird anime guys out there.
Yeah.
You had any weird approaching stories about anime guys?
No, I mean on Tinder. Back when I was on Tinder, I was
good
on it
old
for
days.
friendship.
Okay, you're one of
I was
those.
on it for friendship. I had it in my bio that I wanted to.
Friendship headass. Okay.
Listen,
We'll get into that in a second.
I wanted friends, and I put in my bio that I liked anime. And this, like, the guys that I would talk to, it would be cool at first, but it's like, and they seem like casual fans, but if I wasn't, like, specifically into this one anime and I didn't know everything about it, they would drop me. And
Yeah.
I'm like, listen.
I don't know. I don't know why they do that because they'll like pull your card. They'll be like, "Have you seen season 12 of such
Yeah,
and such?"
and they'll be getting so specific, or it's like if I haven't watched it and I don't binge watch it right then and there, they're like, no. Well,
So you'd be on like the lower end, like the casual, we're moderates, and then there's fanatics.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
but then
But-
there's
but the thing
fanatics who
is, though-
disguise as casual.
Yeah.
And those are catfishes. I don't know why.
But that's the thing in the anime community, though. There are a lot of guys. I mean, but think about it like this: there are a lot of the anime community has grown in the past couple of years, and there are a lot of people that are just riding the wave that aren't really down with it. So I guess I see the point where it's like if a girl says they're into anime, but they don't know the difference between Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. That's one thing, but
It depends on if you like her or not. Because anime is like the only thing about dating. So it's like if
No,
she,
But
that
I
is
mean,
true,
like,
but if
you
you're-
want something to bond over.
Yeah, and like I don't watch regular TV, but I'm caught up to like all the anime that I like. If somebody was like, check out Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, I'd be like, no. But if they're like, have you seen the new?
well, I'm saying, but
whatever this week.
would you date someone if they did watch Walking Dead and Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
So that's like the same with anime. If
yeah,
they
but I'm
didn't,
just saying,
if they
like,
chose-
I mean, yeah, if they didn't, but I feel like there's so many stories of people who like get closer through TV shows or
Yeah.
what they watch. So it's like if we're not into the same thing, and that's like a big thing,
then
then
you shouldn't be dating though.
well, but
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say too. Some people, it's make it or break it, and it's like if she's not into a certain thing, then it's like,
Well,
why
so
bother?
I love anime, but I wouldn't that's not make it or break.
Well,
it.
I don't know, and that's the thing for me. Like short term, it's like if you're not into anime, who cares? But it's like I'm pretty big into anime, and
not like- it's
I
not
want
like
to
you're
talk
saying-
to my significant
yeah,
other
about
about
anime,
it.
and especially like if you're the kind of person that goes to conventions and stuff like that,
Well, no,
they just would not understand
See,
that at all.
But I don't have to do that though. I'd be perfectly fine just having my little thing. Like let's say she had like painting, or like if she was an artist.
Yeah, but painting isn't a fandom.
It doesn't have to be a fandom.
I'm in the painting fandom, the
it's still-
Picasso fandom.
It's still a hobby though. It's still like
Yeah,
something you
but-
like to do.
But that's different because again, you know, communities have like conventions, they have like chats, they have memes and inside jokes, right? The other person just wouldn't understand that.
But, I mean,
and if
then-
that's a big enough part of your life, that's
the
a
same
huge
time,
chunk missing.
I mean, I hate to say like define dating, but it's like because if you're gonna have kids with this person, I don't think you're going to conventions. Like if the person you're having kids with, like if you're about going to conventions and they don't want to go to conventions, then that's like a huge gap.
Yeah, well, but that's the thing too. That's what I'm trying to get into is like when you shoot your shot. Well, where do you even find the people, right? If you're super into comic books or whatever, do you only try to pick up girls at comic book conventions or
Well,
comic book stores?
But see, I would say that just because if you know down the future you can't stop going to conventions, then you might want to find someone who has that same drive as you. Otherwise, it's just going to be terrible. Like I go to conventions, but at some point I'm just going to stop because I have a family. So
I mean, but you
People
know
take
there
their
are plenty.
families.
Yeah, people
Well,
take
no,
their families and stuff all the
that's
time.
if they have a mutual interest. So.
And that's what I'm saying.
If they don't have the mutual interest, then you might as well not do it.
But the thing is, having mutual interest, I feel like, is the
It's-
meat of a relationship.
Yeah,
But if it doesn't
but
have to be
also, how do
anime,
you
though.
find that out? I mean, because I mean, you would eventually find out. But let's just say you push it onto that person, and I mean, and not even just anime. It could be anything. If you're really into Harry Potter, and they're just like, man, that's weird, or if they're like, I grew up and they told me that witchcraftry is just not it.
Why associate yourself with them?
I mean, but some people don't draw the lines. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, how far into the relationship where you just like
That's too broad.
break it off?
It's like case by case.
Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, where do you draw the line then?
Well, yeah, if you're a casual fan, you're a casual fan. But if you're like, I need to do this, I need to spend all this money to do this. Like, you need to take a trip to Japan like once a year, and it's not in your finances. Then,
That's a weep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Then
you
I can
got
like,
problems, sir.
I don't think it's gonna work out.
I mean,
Okay,
there's
well-
always the time where you can, if they're not into it, you can get them into it.
Yeah. But what if they're just like, no?
That's not for me. Then I guess, I don't know, I guess I wouldn't. I thought that was my phone.
So, my question is, well, first I want to say this. You got to remember, I'm not going to say, not to shit on our imaginary fan base again, but, you know, it's hard out here for otakus and geeks and nerds. Not just going up to people at bars. You know, they're only taking the shots that they think they can
know,
hit. Yeah.
It's either you're pretty confident.
Yeah.
So
That's why their eyes light up when they when they see somebody that likes
that's
whatever
exactly
they're
why.
into.
Like as soon as you see like they like anime,
Yeah.
they go for it.
So
But they go hard.
yeah, because
So
that's this opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
They gotta lose them.
It's now or never.
Yeah,
We're done.
but what was I about to say? Yeah, it's hard for them to just find these people, anyways, and when they do, they go hard. But I mean, for you guys, how do you guys approach it? Like, I mean, I guess, well, I don't know. Did you say you were make it or break it?
Yeah, I mean, it was, yeah, it's either, you're a casual fan and you're not. Like, if you're like a super, super fan, like, if you live your life based around it, then I would have to say, I'm not really into that. And I can't, it's something we can do. But if you're like a casual fan, we could catch a episode here or there, or we could, like, watch a season together. But it's not like, yeah, we got to save up to take this trip and bring our kids along with us.
But thinking about it,
But you don't really know that until you meet the person. I'm asking, like, how do you...
Oh, how do I approach them? Just approach women normally. And then you just bring up the conversation to say, oh, what are your interests? Yeah, I like coffee. I like reading. I like anime. And then it's like,
So let's just say you're beyond the point of no return and you're already wearing a Deadpool t-shirt and you're in a comic book store. Or no, let's say you're wearing the Deadpool tee and you got an Avengers hat on and you got the beat up Skechers and you're in Walmart.
I mean, again,
How do you approach someone then?
see, that's really superficial. Because it's like somebody's going to judge you just because of what you're wearing. Or like, because, I mean, if you look like Trey Songz and you wearing that stuff, does it matter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it?
Because the thing
Does
is
it?
that there are people that aren't ugly. They just care more about anime than their own appearance.
But if you naturally look attractive and then you just wearing these,
No, there are plenty of attractive nerds.
Think like even what you just said. If I saw Trey Songz wearing something like that, I would clown him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, you look too
Okay, so-
good to dress like
no,
this.
there's a couple females that I don't care what this.
Well, we're guys. That's different.
I mean, okay, then if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, and that's just unfortunate. You find someone who's about it.
Mini-me. We need the, you
Can
speak
you
for all women.
Repeat the question.
Well, I mean, do you approach men in dating? And secondly,
I feel like I'm about to expose myself.
yeah, you got it. You speak for all women in the,
I
in the
speak
fan
for a
base.
few women. How do I approach guys?
Do you approach guys even?
I did once.
How did that go?
He had a girlfriend,
Oh, that's so funny.
and we already
It happens.
we know who it is. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really tragic. If he didn't have one, I would slide in, and it would be like the best decision he's ever made. But
But
you know what?
nothing.
You know. Okay.
I
Anyways,
see judges in the
but-
corner.
I don't know. The few shots that get thrown at me, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm picky, but it's like sometimes it's just like, no.
So, again, with the Chris scenario, let's say, I don't know. I mean, what are, in terms of fandoms, where do you like draw the line with someone? Like, if someone was a super hardcore fan, and you couldn't really tell on first appearance, like if you just kind of figured out through conversation, like if you already started entertaining, talking to them, would you continue, or like would you hear like something? What are your red flags essentially?
I mean, like if they're the guy with the pillows, you know, the crunchy pillows, and you know, honestly, and they go like to like 7-Eleven in cosplay, I'd be like, all right, you gotta chill. You're gonna have to slow down. Like, but if they're like the type who just likes to talk about it or whatever, then that's fine. But yeah, if you go like above and beyond on a regular, then it's a no for me.
What if you're like closet hardcore though? Like somebody might look at me and think, yeah, he must not know anything about comics or anime or something like that. But I'm actually pretty well versed in like many things. I can get pretty sweaty on any any conversation topic. But
Like if I couldn't tell at first,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
then I
Like where do you draw the line? Like what are your red flags? Like if me and you were having a conversation, I was like, hey, nice to meet you. And you're like, oh yeah, you're pretty attractive, right? And then we just start talking like, how's your day, such and such, you know, and then I just like what
and
what
we
would I
get to
say?
like where we get into like your likes and dislikes.
Well, I mean, I don't know how far the conversation would go, but what would he have to say that you'd be like,
Well, I mean, honestly, if he said he liked anime or whatever, I'd be interested. But if it gets to the point where it's like he won't even let me talk about what I like, or if like I try to talk about something else, like a different show or something that we could watch together, anything different, and he won't let me do that, and it's only about what he likes, then it's like, that's kind of gross.
See, at that point, that's not anime dating. That's just regular dating. No one wants to be in that situation where the person only talks about themselves and what they like.
But it's not even just about
But-
themselves. It's about that one thing. And it's like, if I'm not into it, then I have to go.
yeah. But that's another thing too, because a lot of people in these kind of circles like to train the other person to be into what they're into.
So I wouldn't say
which-
that. I
well,
think that's a particular group of people.
well, but that's what I'm saying.
You
Is
gotta
I
have some
don't know.
social skills.
Yeah, but a lot of them don't.
That's not true. I have more faith in the anime community.
You're the one that wanted to do the topic about behavior and what wasn't okay.
Okay, but that's because people
I
were
wanted to do a psych analysis.
because some people they have social skills, but then sometimes they like to take it too far. Like
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But like we were saying earlier, some people hear, oh, you're into anime, and their ears perk up, and then they just, they try to really push you and turn you into
now we
their
into
waifu
behavior.
pillow.
Or even like when it could go the other way. When they hear you're in anime, they just think you're weird.
Yeah.
Based off of that.
Well, if that's the case, that's the case. You can't really control that though.
Well, but I mean, I think you
I
can
feel
turn
like
that
you
around.
can.
Yeah,
'cause
I've
that
turned
was
that around.
me before I got into anime. Like my friend had got me into it in like
I think
ninth
that-
grade. Before, when I heard somebody was into anime, and I thought of like what an anime fan looked like,
Yeah.
it was terrible. I was like, they stink. They dress bad.
See,
they look like this. They live in their mom's
That's
basement.
life.
They got the Skechers.
They have the Skechers. They have the shirt with
Sponsored by
stains.
Skechers.
Yeah, they have stains in it that can't come out.
I think that's life though, because at certain points people just gonna make assumptions, and regardless if it's fair or not, people do it. So you just gotta take that one. 'Cause like if I'm talking to a female and they're like, I said I like anime, and they're like, ew, gross, get away from me. It's like there's nothing I can do.
Well,
About
no, but I feel like you can turn that around because I've put many people on
it. If she
the
says,
anime.
ew, gross, get away from me, there's nothing I can do.
I mean,
about
maybe
that.
not to get away from
I
me
mean,
part.
yeah. Then you're
But it's just like, ew, gross. You could be like, hey, let me enlighten you. But if she's like, get away from me,
That's it.
I think you're legally obligated to leave the premises.
So like, if I'm talking to a female and then I was like, I'm into anime. She's like, oh really? You know, I don't really
Oh,
watch
you're
like
into that?
Now it's like, oh, you know, try this show, or like, oh, let me tell you about this show I'm watching. Then you might do that.
No, try it with me. Hey, such and such, I'm into anime.
I don't know what I would say to that.
You're supposed to say no,
No.
or whatever the
Well, I
girl
would
said
say,
to you. Let's try that again. Yeah, so I'm JT, I'm into anime.
I'm not really into that.
Oh, really? Why?
It's weird.
Oh, it's weird? What's weird about anime? What's a movie you like?
But see, then now you're grilling me about.
Yeah, grill them.
No, but see,
grill
don't-
their cheeks.
No, don't grill them about it.
I mean, but I'd rather, even if it goes beyond a.
after the second question, I don't think you should grill them. I think you should say, all right.
You know, I'm not gonna be like, watch this, and here's my list. But I mean, I think if they think what you're into is kind of gross, I feel like as a fan, maybe you should be like, hey, we're not all like this, and
Yeah.
you know.
I would say, I would ask, why do you think that?
That's
Like,
a good part.
And then if she goes,
Ew, they're
this and
gross,
why-
and they have stains in their shirt they can't get out.
I was like,
and
that's
everything you're just
no, 'cause at that
saying.
point, you're just like, clearly, I'm not like that. Clearly, there's other people.
But that's what
not
I.
like that.
But that's what I was trying to get at earlier. Is that there are the closet hardcores where it's like you go home,
And they have the stain in their
and the
shirt.
posters are up of the waifus, and yeah.
that could be dangerous because then she could feel tricked. Like you come home,
You've been bamboozled.
bamboozled,
Yeah.
hoodwinked.
Gotcha, bitch.
I pulled out my one good shirt just to get you. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
that's,
but yeah.
that's just one of those situations where it's like that happens, and then she's like, "Oh, I didn't know this," and you take that one too, and you just kind of lost.
Well, Mini-Me, you brought up Tinder earlier. How do you guys market your anime or whatever on your like dating profiles online?
So I don't say anime; I just say like nerd or geek or something like that.
See, but I
No, because that's gonna get.
see
Sir,
for me.
Well,
Let
see-
me enlighten you.
No, but
don't
here's
do
the
that.
thing. No.
Don't
You
do
say
that.
you
I was
say
gonna
don't
say that
do
didn't
that.
sound like a good idea to me.
No, but that's the point though. That's the point of it, because if they swipe and they see that, then
That
they're
is-
already
yeah.
on board.
That's
I don't
the
have to
point.
have that awkward conversation of, oh, like there's no lies. It's up front. You know what I'm saying?
But also, I feel like you be getting the wrong, like you be
Yeah.
getting the fanatics.
You'll
Well, if I get a
You be
fanatic,
getting the cheese smelling. no.
yeah. See, if I get
no clean shirt.
if I get the
wearing.
sweaty cheese smelling fanatics, then I'm like, it didn't work out. I'm sorry. You know?
But they're like, but I thought you were a geek.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll say I'm also a regular person.
You were once again. I'm also a regular person. That's not okay. We should not be laughing at that. You just hurt so many people's feelings.
Oh, no.
They're probably
Imaginary
looking at their
audience.
shirt right now, like, damn,
Damn.
that's me.
This stain still hasn't come out, but I bleached it.
It's a white
I
shirt.
used Tide.
No, but at some point, like you can, because that's what we're here to talk about. We can be like a nerd and geek, and also like keep up appearances, act normal.
Okay, but
I
my
can't,
question
like-
though, right?
You had tears.
Yeah, I'm dead over here. I get what you're saying because you just filter out everybody that's not into it.
Yeah.
But for most moderate people, I think they would think if you think hard enough to put it in your bio, they're probably just going to assume you're a hardcore fanatic,
Yeah.
And then-
like you're weeding out.
Yeah.
almost everybody.
Well, here's the thing: if it is almost everybody, that's just how life works. And then it's like at that point, then now the ball's in my court. Like I have the control. Like I could decide who I'm going to tolerate.
But that's what I was saying earlier about the whole, you know, you only go for the fanatics. Like if I say I'm into whatever in real life, it does the similar thing, and you kind of limit yourself there. I mean, if you just wanted someone moderate.
Well, I mean, but on top of that though, I don't think that. I get what you guys are saying. Like it might like a lot of people might see that and it's like no, but there are some people who are like-minded.
Yeah.
Like they have like Nerd or Geek or Nerd bio.
What do you think about just putting like the kind of shows or whatever you're into in your bio versus?
That's what I did. I mean, I didn't just say geek.
Yeah,
I don't want to judge you.
No, I mean,
but I did.
But I mean, because that's like the whole conversation about like otaku. Because the main people that call themselves otakus are weeaboos.
Well, I would just say, well, if I didn't put geek or nerd, then yeah, I would put a show, but it'd be like a well-known anime show. So it'd be like Attack on Titan, or something like that. Something like it's mainstream enough to where it's not like you don't get the sweaty cheese smelling perception, but it's also like, oh, you do like anime. So I would put like Attack on Titan or Game of Thrones, something like that. So I'm like, all right, I'm into fantasy, cool.
But everyone's into Game of Thrones, so there isn't really.
I just put I like anime in it, and then underneath it, or like in parentheses, I put the specific ones.
But see, if you just put like I don't
like two specific ones, and that was it.
For guys though,
flavors.
that's what you like. There's no in between though.
Yeah.
Because if you put like anime, you either get the people who like they've seen like one episode of Attack on Titan, or you get the people who are like
or just people that grew up on Dragon Ball Z, and then the people that are sweaty cheese.
The sweaty cheese.
Is that the name of this episode? The sweaty cheese. The sweaty cheese smellers.
Like for you, like that might be easier, but there's no in between. At least in my experience, there's no in between. So if I put anime fan, it's either someone who really doesn't like anime, they just probably one episode, or the person who is a fanatic.
Well, but that's what I'm ultimately trying to get at is how do we find the in between people? I feel like there's a better way to approach it.
I think it's just life. I don't think there's like any real way of just like it's not like a
I know that,
for
but
moderate anime fans, you know.
I get that, but I'm just saying I feel like there's a better way to approach it to get more moderate people and not end up on the crazy ends of the spectrum, you know. You don't have to get sweaty cheese, and you don't have to get ill gross, get away from me. I feel like there's something we can do to get that middle. I
mean, but you do. I mean,
okay,
like, if you're like me, then you're fine with just the people who've seen one episode. I mean, it's not what you like it's not your preference, but it's also like, hey, as you know, I don't need to go to conventions. It's just you like this anime. Cool, we can watch it together. If you don't, pick one that we can.
But also, forgot my question. Repeat what you just said.
I was saying that you don't like. I'm cool with just the people who are just like the popular shows, like the mainstream shows.
I remember my question. So, what about the people that just don't read that part of your bio at all? Some people don't read bios.
Oh, don't read bios?
They just look straight at the photos.
That's life. I mean, if they swipe without reading my bio, then there's something I can do about that.
And then they're like, yeah, you like anime too? They're like, ew, gross, get away from me.
It's like you swiped on me. It's like it's a mutual thing. So at that point, it's like you still eat that one.
When I was on Tinder, my bio used to say, who's in a party next door in anime? And actually, I have a lot of likes. I haven't been on Tinder in a minute though. But that works for me. Yeah. Now, I don't know if anybody...
Almost nobody don't have it, and then you just have a regular conversation. Because I've had I'll switch my bio, and I just won't have it. I'll have something...
Well, but that's the thing. I was thinking the way that you thought, where it's like, I'm going to just get the people who don't like anime out of the way right now, you know, and don't have to worry about that later.
But I mean, people, now that you said it, people really don't look at the bio, because it'd be like the ones... I would get people who go here who like anime. They would not talk to me in person, though. They would just strictly text me and be like, that's so weird. Just please. So we can watch it together. And then you have, they're, casually into it. And you have the fanatics. And you got the people who don't read the bio who just thinks I'm here to clap cheeks. I don't want to do, I'm like, did you not see that I was here for friends? They fuck a
Tinder
friend.
is not for friends.
But listen,
friends is for the park, the library,
there are other
the coffee shop.
people like me on Tinder, but a lot of them just.
Which you don't like ugly friends. You gotta screen your friends for their attractiveness.
Yeah, that's basically what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, you
No,
can't be
I
ugly
had
or
gone
something.
like it would be people here, and I would put it down to like the school.
Then why don't you just swipe all the time? Swipe
Yeah.
right all the time.
Swipe on everybody.
I did at one point,
Okay. My apologies.
and it was just people wanting to clutch.
Well, then why would you? I mean, if you swipe on everybody, then you can't expect everybody to just talk to you.
Yeah.
Be your friend.
You're
That's
gonna
how
get
friends
the
work.
weirdos, yeah.
You're gonna get everybody. If you're everybody's friend, you're really nobody's friend.
But see,
Think about
I-
Tom.
I think you
Who
should
really
be-
knows Tom from MySpace?
But no, you should read the bios because some people are bold enough to put like their weird little things in it.
Oh, I've seen some pretty weird bios.
things, yeah. So I think agreeing bios is like important, just because, regardless of anime, like it'll say they're into like I don't even know what's like the word.
Anything.
anything like
But
crazy.
that's the thing though, because it's like if you've been talking to somebody for a minute, you might go, it's not really that weird. But if they feel pressed enough that that's the first impression that they want you to have of them, it's gonna weird you out. Like like even something like I don't know BDSM or something like that. Like I don't think BDSM is that weird. But if somebody is like
But
chains and whips excite me, I'd be like, that's
something
a
I can do for
hard
you.
pass. That is a hard pass.
can't do anything for you.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Like moderation. Let's have a mock conversation, right? You're going to be putting yourself out there. You're putting yourself out there, and let's say you guys are hooking up. You see Minnie's thing. What do you look for in Minnie's bio?
Or is it like Tinder?
Yeah, let's say we're on Tinder.
Well, then if it's like no bio, then I can only base it off of looks.
Well, no, but I'm saying like, what do you?
Like if I
You
had
as
a
a fan,
bio,
what are you looking for? Like you said, you don't mind as much, somebody that, isn't into the things that you're into. But like when you go there,
Like his ideal bio.
yeah, or not just ideal bio, but like what are the things that you're looking for? Like if you're into someone who's into anime, do you click more on bios that say they're into anime?
oh,
Or?
so if so, yeah. If it said like anime in the bio, then I would swipe.
Interesting. What about you, Minnie? Well, not just that, but like in detail. Like again, if it's like, I don't know, like just give more details about it.
Well, that's it. It's by case, because there's some things I would tolerate and there's some things I wouldn't.
What are some things you wouldn't tolerate?
I mean, there's a lot of things.
I'm saying, like, if you saw her profile, what's something you wouldn't tolerate then? What are your red flags? What do you
What are
see?
my red flags in terms of anime or just in general?
Both.
Well,
Not just even anime, any fandom. Like,
any fandom?
yeah.
There's a lot of fandoms.
Say the
Yeah.
Forsaken fandom.
Yeah, we can't
please.
say that one.
We can say it, everyone. Furries.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's a red flag for me. If I see furries, I'm swiping no.
Furries.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't
Bronies.
care. Bronies.
What's the female equivalent to bros?
A regular
There was
person.
one. No, there is
A
like
regular
one where
person.
there's like sisters. They're like
Sissies.
no, I can't.
That's-
Skip. Don't focus on it. Don't focus on it. What else?
I mean, anything crazy. Like, it was like just, like, crazy.
Yeah, but the thing is, so again, if you're a brony, right? Here's you, Alexis, just to use you as an example. You're a guy, or no, he's a guy. If he's a brony, right? If that's just what he's into, he doesn't think that's crazy. He's just trying to find like-minded individuals. But for you, hearing, oh, you're into My Little Pony as the first thing about him, a red flag.
Yeah.
Again, that's like you gotta look at a package deal, though. Because some people might accept it depending on what they're looking for. Because if they only care about My Little Pony, like they watch it and that's it, then I mean,
But I'm
some
pretty
people
sure
might,
there are plenty of grown women out there that doesn't tolerate that being in your
Well, I mean,
diet of
so, like, let's say,
television consumption at all.
So what would be like the female equivalent then? Like,
No, and that's the thing. That's something weird too, because girls can watch
Anything.
Disney Channel until they're 47 and be afraid of the dark and have stuffed animals, and that's okay.
Like, what would it like? Because I'm trying to think. It's just like it is weird for guys. It's a little bit different because like there's not many things women can watch like a TV show they can watch and be like, man, I can't be near you.
I can't be near you.
Yeah, it's
I
that.
can't be associated.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
Yeah,
I
but-
guess like any kid shows.
Well, no,
come
see,
out.
No,
because
'cause
you can
girls
watch any
love-
type of kid show.
yeah.
It'll be perfectly fine.
Just watch it like it's regular.
Yeah.
I know so many girls that again just watch Disney Channel until
It's not even like I have an issue with it. It's like a
Yeah.
regular thing.
I'm like, haha, I
But
remember
if a
this.
guy says, "Yeah, I love My Little Pony,"
Yeah, I love My Little Pony. I love me some Dora the Explorer.
and you say, "Okay,"
Weirdo.
Left.
And then just leave. But those are just some of the gender differences. Many. What is something you look for in a Tinder bio, at least in terms of like being a fan of stuff? What are your red flags?
In terms of being a fan of something,
And in general.
in general,
Give me a little bit of both.
what I can tell you what I don't look for faster than what I do. What I don't look for is if, like, you can just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you can just tell from the bio that they're a nigga. Like, if they have like the puff of, like the smoke emoji and then
Yeah.
like a leaf,
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, no.
really?
You don't want no smoke?
Yeah, like
Free smoke, free
or if,
smoke.
yeah, if they would have that in their bio, or if like it'd be like, if you're trying to smoke, hit me up, or I'm the plug. I'm like, I don't.
Do you judge for songs too?
Songs, no, I don't. But it's
What if
mostly
it's something
the
crazy?
like the song.
Yeah.
I don't care about the song.
Because if
Honestly.
they have that as their song, that means
That's their anthem.
that's their anthem.
That's what they're picking you up to on the first date.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind.
No, that's
honestly.
'cause-
So there's no type of music that you would like say, nah.
No.
See, and that might
I mean,
be different
honestly,
for us.
well, I guess the only type that I saw and it was like screamo or something. Then I'd be like, okay, I don't want that. But other than that, I don't really mind the music because, I mean, there is always a chance that that's the only thing you listen to, but not always.
So what's the difference between that and like the smoking thing? Because what if they have like Chief Keef or something like that, something crazy, like something like
But I know for me, if I see a girl and she's like, I'm the plug, hey, I just want to smoke Black and Milds, and she got some like just some just absolute
well again,
ratchet.
Yeah.
but that's a case by case because I could see that, but I have to look at the whole picture because
No.
if she's attractive and then she has like other things. No, because she has other things. Then,
Black and Milds.
so would you? So that's like, would you date someone who smokes?
No.
Interesting.
Smokes what?
Like cigarettes, like someone who smokes cigarettes.
No.
Yeah, that's a hell no for me, dog.
Really?
So she can be smelling like like formaldehyde,
I
bro.
don't know. If they were like literally the perfect person, like you're the perfect person for you.
Clearly, you're not perfect
Yeah.
if you're
Okay,
smoking
but,
cigarettes.
I mean,
That's a big.
99%.
But she
But
smells.
she smokes like cigarette. Like she smokes cigarettes.
You can smell when someone smokes cigarettes, dog. Mm-hmm. You can. And
Sometimes people are like, no, because sometimes people are they're
Take
considerate.
showers.
Yeah, or shower. They're considerate. Then everybody.
But I have a
smells
strong nose. Like even if you want to go take a smoke break right now, you could still smell it on you. I would smell on you for the rest of the day.
Even if you're considerate, if it did go somewhere, you're gonna start doing it around me more eventually.
Yeah. And if we live together,
Or if I go to your house, yeah, I'm gonna smell it in your house.
I don't know. I don't like cigarettes either, but I don't know if that would be like a disqualifying factor.
It-
for me.
it would be for me.
Yeah, listen,
Eh.
you can keep that cancer
Yeah.
over there. I don't want it. But I don't know what else. I don't know, like, what else would cut me off. Because that's the bad thing about Tinder. You don't know how serious they are about
Yeah.
it. So, like, if they put, like, anime or in there, then I don't know if they're, like, crazy. I don't want to say, I don't know if they're, like, super into it. Or if they're just kind of... When I said they smell like cheese, it was a stereotype before I got into the fandom.
The Sweaties.
The sweaties.
You haven't seen Astro Boy.
in the original cut, and it's Japanese subtitled.
The manga.
The words don't even match
Yeah.
up with what they're saying. It's so old. But I don't know, because you never know how far they take it. But usually it's just when I see some good old coonery in the bio or in the
Right.
pictures, then it's like, yeah.
Like
Like
a
if
good
they're
old-fashioned
if like
kind.
3 out of what, like 5 of their photos is just them smoking, I'd be like, I don't need that.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, we're at about that
Or-
40. Oh,
Or I just want to get this on my chest because I used to hate it, and it would be like, if you're not a bad bitch, then don't swipe. I was like, please, why are you?
That's
I hated
hilarious. But for us, for guys, that's like the hype thing. Because we would have like, if you're not at least 6 feet, don't even consider it.
but a bad bitch, that's like a psychological thing. That,
Well, that's-
because if you think you're a bad
that's
bitch,
If you think
Yeah.
then you'll swipe and then you just look and it's like you shouldn't have
Yeah.
given yourself that label.
that's actually kind of smart. That's kind of funny.
No, that's toxic. That's just.
It is toxic.
it's like no, you're not. You thought wrong.
Yeah.
Unmatched.
But this has been an episode of the OVA podcast with all of us. I don't know. Thanks, Guy.
We do apologies at the end of each
Yeah, we always have to
We
apologize.
should apologize. Oh, I don't take back anything I said. You
I do.
I
sweaty
don't
cheese
take back
smelling.
anything. Because
Take a shower.
Once again, that was before I got into the fandom, and now I'm into it. I don't
No, because even now, if you're sweaty and smell like cheese,
Oh yeah,
Get away.
You're the
away.
people, and yeah. But if the bronies and the furries, you live your life, live your truth.
they didn't know.
We didn't
Anyways,
talk about that. Why did you bring it
Yeah.
up?
I brought up the
We talked
bronies.
about it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You keep-
if we
you're
mention
so-
them,
Chris is the leader of the anti-Brody gang.
the anti-furries.
We do not
If you
associate-
like animals, PETA, watch out.
They're fucking. That's Chris.
Yeah.
nah, I don't hate them. I'm just putting it out there. Just
Also,
What
guys,
are you putting out?
meant no offense.
Yeah.
Meant no offense.
take a shower.
Meant no offense.
Yeah,
Take a shower.
That's a
Throw out
date
your
essential.
pillows.
Throw out your pillows.
Throw out the waifu pillows.
So what? Bathe. Live like a normal person.
Brush your teeth.
You and this normal. You're gonna
Bathing
hit
is normal.
so many
I shouldn't have
nerves.
to tell you that.
Closing remarks, anybody?
Chris?
What?
He's like,
Alright. I ain't got nothing.
oh, now?
Oh, now you have nothing to say, Minnie.
Stop being fucking weird. That's what he was gonna say. That's what he was gonna say. You know, I don't associate with Chris's anti-group at all.
I'm not anti.
Please don't associate me with that.
If you don't bathe, yeah, I'm anti.
Also,
yeah, you gotta
Here
bathe.
he goes again. So much police security. Shoot shot. Regardless, I guess. Just don't be crazy.
Be confident.
Be confident, but also maybe don't put your whole personality on somebody in the first few minutes of meeting them.
Yeah.
That's a little out there. But yeah, this has been another episode of the OVA podcast. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Tweet us.
I don't have a Twitter.